Hello and welcome to School of Literature. My name is Roshan. I'm a junior research fellow at the Department of English Studies, Central University of Jharkhand. The previous 4 parts of this series are already uploaded on the channel where I have talked about important British novels for NTA-UGC NET in English. In total, we will cover around 250 novels. This is the last part where I will talk about the few novels that are left. Stay with me till the end of this video if you want to know how to study more about the novels you have been including in your list. I would also like to tell you to please make a list of all these novels. Unless you write them down, it will be very difficult for you to remember them. Let's start today's video with Robinson by Muriel Spark. This novel was published in 1958. It follows the eccentric character Robinson, whose misadventures in the business world reflect themes of identity and morality. Another novel by Muriel Spark is Memento Mori, which was published in 1959. It is a darkly comedic novel which explores aging, memory, and mortality. In this novel, a group of elderly friends receive mysterious phone calls reminding them of their impending deaths. Then we have Facial Justice by L.P. Hartley, published in 1960. This is a dystopian novel that envisions a future society which is obsessed with physical perfection. It explores themes of conformity, government control, and the price of societal uniformity. Next novel is The Ballad of Peckham Rye by Muriel Spark, which was published in 1960. This is a satirical novel that follows the disruptive influence of Dougal Douglas in London's suburb of Peckham Rye. It explores themes of social upheaval and individual agency. Then we have another novel by Muriel Spark, which is The Prime of Miss Jean Brodie. It was published in 1961. This novel explores the influence of Miss Brodie on a group of schoolgirls in 1930s Edinburgh. It addresses the themes of education, power, and the consequences of ideological manipulation. Next novel is A Clockwork Orange by Anthony Burgess, published in 1962. This is a dystopian novel that follows the violent exploits of Alex, who is a teenage delinquent. The novel offers a provocative exploration of free will, morality, and the impact of social conditioning. Next is The Golden Notebook by Doris Lessing, published in 1962. This novel examines the fragmented life of writer Anna Wolf, and it addresses themes of feminism, mental health, and the challenges of personal and political engagement. Then we have The Wanting Seed by Anthony Burgess, which was published in 1962. This is a satirical novel that envisions a future society dealing with overpopulation and government control. It explores themes of sexuality, authoritarianism, and the consequences of societal engineering. Next, we have The Girls of Slender Means by Muriel Spark, published in 1963. This novella captures the lives of young women in a London boarding house during the aftermath of World War II. It explores themes of youth, identity, and the impact of historical events. Next novel is The Lung by J.G. Farrell, published in 1965. The novel is set in a tuberculosis sanatorium, and it provides a darkly humorous exploration of illness, mortality, and the absurdities of human behavior in a confined setting. Next is The Magus by John Fowles, published in 1965. This is a psychological thriller that follows the experiences of Nicholas Orff on a Greek island. It explores themes of reality, identity, and the consequences of manipulation. Then we have Wide Sargasso Sea by Jean Rhys, published in 1966. This novel is meant as a prequel to Jane Eyre and delves into the backstory of Bertha Mason, the mad woman in the attic. It explores themes of colonialism, identity, and the marginalized voices in classic literature. Then we have Bruno's Dream by Irish Murdoch, published in 1968. This novel revolves around the eccentric characters related to the dying Bruno, and it examines themes of love, morality, and the complexities of human relationships. Next novel is The Four-Gated City by Doris Lessing, published in 1969. This novel concludes the Children of Violence series, and it portrays the protagonist Martha Quest in a dystopian future. The novel addresses themes of societal collapse, human evolution, and personal transformation. Then there is The French Lieutenant's Woman by John Fowles, published in 1969. This novel is set in 19th century England, and it explores the intertwined lives of Charles Smithson and Sarah Woodruff. The novel offers a metafictional reflection on love, societal constraints, and narrative choices. Next novel is A Fairly Honourable Defeat by Irish Murdoch, published in 1970. This novel intertwines the lives of a group of characters facing moral dilemmas and infidelity. It explores themes of ethics, existentialism, and the consequences of personal choices. Next is The Driver's Seat by Muriel Spark, published in 1970. This novella follows the mysterious Lise as she embarks on a journey leading to a shocking conclusion. It explores themes of identity, autonomy, and the unpredictability of human behavior. Next novel is Troubles by J.G. Farrell, published in 1970. The novel is set during the Irish War of Independence, and it explores the surreal experiences of an Englishman at an Irish hotel. It addresses themes of historical upheaval, decay, and the absurdity of war. Then we have Maurice by E.M. Forster, published in 1971. This is a posthumously published novel, and it explores the challenges and eventual self-acceptance of Maurice Hall as a gay man in Edwardian England. Next is The Memoirs of a Survivor by Doris Lessing, published in 1974. This is a speculative fiction novel that presents a dystopian future. It blends elements of realism and fantasy as the narrator reflects on survival, relationships, and societal breakdown in a decaying city. Then we have The History Man by Malcolm Bradbury, published in 1975. It is a satirical novel that follows Howard Kirk, who is a charismatic university lecturer. It examines the cultural and political changes of the 1970s while critiquing the excesses of academia. Next novel is The Passion of New Eve by Angela Carter, published in 1977. The novel explores the surreal journey of protagonist Evelyn, who transforms into the woman Eve in a dystopian America. It delved into themes of gender identity, power, and societal upheaval. Then we have The Human Factor by Graham Greene, published in 1978. This novel follows British intelligence officer Maurice Castle, and it explores themes of espionage, betrayal, and the personal cost of navigating the complexities of Cold War politics. Next novel is titled The Sea by Irish Murdoch, published in 1978. This Booker Prize winning novel centers on Charles Arroby, who is a retired actor. As he grapples with past relationships and personal delusions, the novel explores themes of love, obsession, and self-deception. Next novel is The Singapore Grip by J.G. Farrell, published in 1978. This novel is set during the Japanese occupation of Singapore in World War II, and it explores the impact of war on British colonial society while touching on themes of greed, cultural clash, and survival. Next novel is Earthly Powers by Anthony Burgess, published in 1980. This novel spans the 20th century through the life of writer Kenneth Tomey and provides a panoramic exploration of literature, religion, and sexuality. Next is The Hill Station by J.G. Farrell, published in 1981. This is a posthumously published novel that follows the eccentric characters at a hill station in India during the final years of British rule. The novel offers a satirical commentary on colonialism and cultural clashes. Next we have The Sour Sweet by Timothy Moore, published in 1982. This novel portrays the experiences of a Hong Kong immigrant family in 1960s London, and it addresses themes of cultural adaptation, racism, and the complexities of identity. Then we have The Life and Loves of a She-Devil by Faye Weldon, published in 1983. It is a satirical novel that follows the transformation of Ruth, an unassuming housewife, into a vengeful force seeking retribution. The narrative offers a biting commentary on gender roles and societal expectations. Next up we have Waterland by Graham Swift, published in 1983. The novel intertwines the personal history of a history teacher with the broader historical context of Fenland in eastern England. It explores themes of memory, trauma, and the impact of the past on the present. Next novel is Flavio's Parrot by Julian Barnes, published in 1982. This novel weaves together the story of Gustave Flavio and the musings of a fictional Geoffrey Braithwaite. It explores themes of literature, obsession, interpretation, and the nature of art. Then we have Hawksmoor by Peter Ackroyd, published in 1985. This novel follows two parallel narratives, one in 18th century London and the other in the 20th century. It explores the mystical connections between a contemporary detective and an architect. Next novel is Possession by A.S. Byatt, published in 1990. The novel combines a modern-day literary mystery with Victorian poetry as scholars uncover a secret love affair between two poets. It explores themes of academia, romance, and literary discovery. Next is English Music by Peter Ackroyd, published in 1992. It spans the 20th century and portrays the lives of an English family through the lens of music. It addresses themes of cultural change, identity, and the transformative power of art. Then we have Written on the Body by Janet Winterson, published in 1992. This novel is narrated by a genderless protagonist, and it explores themes of love, desire, and loss. It offers a lyrical and unconventional meditation on the complexities of human relationships. Next novel is A Dead Man in Deptford by Anthony Burgess, published in in 1993. This is a historical novel that follows the life of the playwright Christopher Marlowe, and it provides a vibrant and imaginative portrayal of 16th century England, espionage and political intrigue. Then we have Paddy Clark Ha 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 by Roddy Doyle, published in 1993. Set in 1960s Dublin, this novel captures the world through the eyes of a young boy, and it explores the challenges of family dynamics, friendship and the impact of a changing society. Next novel is Trainspotting by Irvine Welsh, published in 1993. This novel offers a gritty portrayal of heroin addiction in Edinburgh, and it presents a raw and unflinching narrative that delves into the lives of a group of young friends. Then we have You Can't Do Both by Kingsley Amis, published in 1994. This novel humorously explores the generation gap as a father and son navigate their differences. It addresses themes of societal change, cultural clashes, and family dynamics. Next, we have The Black Album by Hanif Qureshi, published in 1995. The novel follows a young student's journey into radicalism, and it explores themes of identity, religion, and cultural conflict in 1980s London. Next is England, England by Julian Barnes, published in 1996. This is a satirical novel that imagines the creation of a theme park replicating the essence of England. It explores themes of identity, cultural commodification, and the blurred lines between reality and representation. Next novel is The Witch of Exmoor by Margaret Drabble, published in 1996. The novel weaves together the lives of a diverse set of characters, and it explores themes of family, inheritance, and the shifting dynamics of relationships over several generations. Then we have Enduring Love by Ian McEwan, published in 1997. This psychological thriller explores the consequences of a tragic balloon accident and delves into themes of obsession, love, and the complexities of human behavior. Next novel is Godless in Eden by Faye Weldon, published in 1999. This novel satirically examines the impact of a reality TV on a small English village. It addresses themes of morality, media influence, and the intersection of modernity with traditional values. Finally, we have Atonement by Ian McEwan, published in 2001. This novel follows the repercussions of a young girl's false accusation, and it explores themes of guilt, redemption, and the profound impact of individual choices on the lives of the characters involved. With that, we are done with British novels from the beginning of the history of English literature to the 2000s. Now that you have a list of some important novels, the next big question is, how are you going to study so many of these for your exam? What I suggest you do is to start making notes. For any novel, note down its publication date, the age it belongs to, if there is a subtitle associated with it, if there is any inspiration behind the title or the subtitle, and the context of the novel. For the plot of any particular novel, remember important characters such as protagonists and villains, any leading or villainous women characters, characters who stand out, important settings and famous quotes, etc. And please remember that this is by no means an exhaustive list, as I have been repeating since the first video in the series. Nobody knows for sure what questions will come in your NET exam, but we can try to be prepared in the best way we can. So do what you can, that is sit, read, make notes and revise. You can check out all the videos of this series on the channel. I have also attached them in the description box below for your convenience. Give your best. I will see you soon. Till then, keep reading and keep learning.